subscribe before we get into our celebrity reading. Okay, so you know that I had to do this, but Kanye West is in the news again, so we are going to get into this, okay? I thought I was kind of done reading about them, but I guess I am not. So we are going to read a little bit here about what's going on. I have to move that because it's just shaking now. Why is that shaking still? Hold on. My camera will stop shaking. Hopefully that helps. We'll see. Anyway, okay. So I wanted to go over his stuff real quick. Okay, let's go over his birth chart first, and then we will get into the tea or the news or whatever about Mr. Kanye West. Okay, he was born June 8th, 1977. Holy shit. At 8:45 a.m. Atlanta, Georgia, United States. He is a Gemini and a Pisces. His ascending is a Cancer. Birth path is on 11. A little bit about Mr. Kanye West is he was born Kanye Amari West in Georgia. And he's an American rapper, record producer, fashion designer, and he's been influential in the 21st century development of mainstream hip-hop, popular music in general. If I was Kanye West and I had Kardashian money or West money, I would move to an island. I really would. I would move to an island and I would never come back. Like, what's stopping them, you know? So it's like, I don't care what's going on, but a part of you has to be okay with it. Or a part of you has to be like, because I know that there's negative and positive things that come with our life. But if we're calling something in, know that we call in not just the good shit, but you call in the bad shit too. So I'm just saying. That's just my thoughts. You're like, shut up and update Michael B. Jordan. Okay, I will. Let me write that down. I'll do it today. I'll do it after this one. I was actually just about to do that. Thank you. Mike Jordan. He is good at looking. Probably makes me blush too much to do it. Mike. You're welcome. That guy is 0. Nightbot. Oh, there was a nightbot. There was a bot trying to get on here. Creepy. I have a moderator. That's right. Stop spamming dicks. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I don't even care. Okay, so anyway, moving forward. Yes, I know that we don't ask to be harassed by paparazzi. They don't ask for that kind of stuff. But if you call in that fame, or if you call in this type of energy, or to be in this place in the world, or let the eyes of the world see you constantly, you're calling in the paparazzi. You're calling in those moments. I mean, and it's all up to you and your reaction, how that actually will end your day. Because they're not allowed to touch you. They're not allowed. They're just an actor, basically. They're just there, taking pictures. Yes. But you guys, I mean, that's called in when you call in the monster of fame. The monster lives. Okay. Kanye West accused of battery assault after an altercation with a photographer en route to North's basketball game. So this is according to justjared.com. Kanye West was in a scuffle on Friday. And that was January 26th. And then he was going to his daughter's game. So he actually got into a scuffle. I think it was not probably a scuffle. That sounds a bit extreme. I really just don't like the drama of that. Like, come on now. You know that was no scuffle. Like, they're sitting there talking to me. I was watching YouTube and I was watching Beyonce, where she kind of she grabbed her daughter's hair. But I really think that she didn't mean to do it that way. Like, a lot of these YouTubers, and you know who the fuck you are, you're sitting there saying that she yanked her hair and stuff. And she didn't, for the record. She literally put her hand out like any other fucking mom. Any other mom does this, nobody says shit. Okay, that's all I'm saying. She's not crazy and she's not outlandish or abusive. That's bizarre as fuck. So for y'all coming at Beyonce about child abuse on stage, give me a fucking break. And if she was going to do it, she wouldn't be doing it up there on the limelight, okay? She literally reached over because she's trying to control the show and she's trying to control, you know, what it is that her daughter's doing, which she probably wasn't supposed to be dancing at the time. And she kind of snagged under her hair and she's trying to be stage like. So I really just think that that's bizarre that y'all are like, oh, she slammed her head and grabbed her hair. No, the fuck she didn't. Go watch the video again. If you see this video, go watch the Beyonce video on stage with Blue Ivy and then watch people's responses. It's bizarre. Bizarre. So you could all the moms are like, yeah, we know what that is. We know what that is. Like, don't tell me that we haven't accidentally. I literally pulled one of my kids up by their hair because they were drowning, but that's the only thing that I could reach. I mean, if I was on video doing that, that would have been ugly, ugly. Okay, let me move on. Tell you all my old, my mother battle wounds. That was a scary moment, but that was the only thing that I could reach. I just got off a slide and the kid was going down. It was not good. It was not good. Okay. So the rapper swiped a phone away from a person in a car and he broke it. So that's not a scuffle, people. Like, just stop. God, it's literally like he yanked a phone out of somebody's hand. Is it rude? Yes. Is it assault? I don't know, but it's not a fucking scuffle. Isn't a scuffle where you're fighting or wrestling? So then Kanye West stepped out of his own car while heading to the basketball game and he walked to the car that presumed to be the one that was following them, I guess. And as he peered inside the car, he accused the woman who was the photographer that he was very upset and grabbed the phone that she was holding out of her hand. And then he breaks it, I guess, before throwing it into the street. Oh, then he threw it in he did a mic drop. He threw it down in the street. He's like, and I not only yanked that out of your hand, I'm going to do a mic drop with it. And they dropped it in the street. Like, go buy a new phone. Like, come on. That, I would have been like, oh, hey. If Kanye West came up to my window, I'd be like, oh, hey, guy. So, it's not clear if she was actually even following him. So it did prompt her to file a police report about the incident. And then the sheriff's department got called to the scene around 4:30. So they were like about a couple hours late. And that's fine. And the photographer then headed to headquarters to file the report in person. Meanwhile, it seems that Kanye and his new wife, I just found out he got married. My daughter just told me and I was like, when? When did that happen? So they must have went to the court of justice or justice of court. And her name is Bianca Sensori. Okay, headed to where they were headed in the first place. So they went to the game anyway, after he did a mic drop with that chick's phone. That's not funny. It's rude. I mean, it's all, again, in how you react to the things that are triggering you. And that is one of them, Kanye West. So you have to stop doing that. It doesn't matter how crazy these folks get. You will never fucking win. That is a non-winnable thing. Stop fucking grabbing people's phones if you want to stay out of jail. But he got off just like in August on something. So I'm sure he'll get off on that too. If that was me, they would have called 10 police. Just saying. Just saying. They're like, Jordan's over here doing a mic drop with this lady's phone. Okay, let's do a general read and see how Mr. Phone Grabber is doing. Poor Kanye West. Okay, you know, let's just give people a break once in a while. Let them breathe for a minute. But we're still going to do his cards because we are nosy. It don't matter what I do. This thing shakes every single time. Hold on. Okay. Does it stop? Because I don't think that's touching. That's not touching. So what's... Okay, I think I did it. Almost. It's like the wind of the cards is blowing. What is going on? Hold on. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to get an oracle reading just to find out where he is currently. And then we will get into the rest of his reading. And again, if you guys have any requests, just leave them over in the comments. You can also get a hold of me on my social media and the deets below. Just a reminder. Hello, the 2 people that are watching. I have 2 people. I get excited. Don't worry. It's very much appreciated. I enjoy it. Okay, here we go. In conflict, definitely distracted, trying to find as much focus as he can, which I'll be. He's trying to make some sort of a decision and he's procrastinating this choice. He's putting something off also. But he is in a place where he's trying to make this or his new life his new normal. That's where he's at, like energetically, and just in between almost two different worlds. So this has him in a place where he is extremely feeling like unsafe and unsupported, and just all that could be a conflict is. So bringing in distraction and bringing in scattered mind. So I do feel like, again, though, he needs to get into a nice place where he can make this choice, but it's very hard to make decisions and go off of anything on being, just feeling like he's distracted and not focused. So that's where he is, just kind of like on the outskirts of things. Just a nice little energy read. Okay. Strength in reverse. Duh. Okay, so lacking self-control. Yes, that is surrounding this whole situation, is this guy right here, not having that strength, okay? It is an okay time for him to date or get married or to be in love. So that is, the love stuff is definitely here. But I feel like any self-doubt that he has or any wanting to dominate the situation, that's really kind of affecting him in a negative way. It's kind of going against what he should be doing. And what he should be doing is being a role model and just keeping his fucking eyes forward and not just tunnel vision, man. Who cares? Like, it really is not a part of the picture if you don't allow it to be. And I feel like he needs, a few classes in that. But I mean, he's been doing this shit for years, so I guess he's doing all right? Nah. Okay. So anything influencing the self-doubt or just feeling like lack of self-control and not being able to hold oneself to one's standards is a change. He has changed feelings and a lot of things here. And this makes him really want to walk away from things. This doesn't necessarily mean the end of a relationship, but it could be putting him in a place where he's just like, what is really good for you? So these are kind of the questions that he's, asserting himself. Just really trying to see the whole picture instead of, just what everybody else wants him to see. So he doesn't need to align to what society norms are. He really just wants to do what he wants to do. And he has a huge change in feelings. And that has a lot to do with anything going on as a connection to even with others. Okay. So seeking out any truth or solution for that matter. Changed everything. It's changed everything, whatever this is. He's gone through something. So by the ending here, I feel like there's just a lot of time for the sensual side. So anything going on as far as action is being put into this Empress energy that is around him. So there's a lot of, the bounce wow wow stuff going on. That's all going on. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, so I just didn't. He does really feel good about life, though. He does. And there's an abundance of it. And he's putting a lot of action into life. But this Empress energy is something that is around him. This woman has done a lot of work to be in this place, this really nice energetic place where she's very feminine. She's very motherly. She's very creative. She's very much intuitive. She's a Venus, honey. A Venus. She's the mother. Okay. So she's mothering the shit out of him. And they love each other very much. And they're into each other. And they just having too much fun together. So that's where he's putting all of his action as of right now. Okay. So let's find out what's going on in the past that has an effect on why he has some self-doubt here and why he gets it put into these places where he's not focused. Okay. King of Swords in reverse. So this is the misuse of power. This is him, standing up for what he believes in, except for the fact is that not everything is something, good. So we could stand in our beliefs, but they may not actually necessarily be good yet. And we just don't know that yet. But we still stand in our truth, whatever our truth is. So sometimes in the past, he has this deep inward need to really kind of misuse power and to abuse the authority that he does have. So it's just a deep inward power and a longing for this. Anything influencing this is just the community that is around him. So any support, any love. And usually in the past, there's a ton of love, a ton of support energetically. And I feel like anything as far as like leading into love, everything for him leads into love. I don't know why, but that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. Any movement, any clarity, All of the underlining issues in the past have to do with confidence because he's always had a confidence issue. Ah, girl, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if that's a bot or not. So I do got a moderator, and it definitely boops you. I hope it don't boop the wrong people though. I don't know if it knows. It's a night bot. It's like a little owl, and he boots out like the spam people. So any tough times that he's gone through, those are the things that have made him grow in confidence, real authentic confidence, not his fake la-di-da stuff. Because he has this cape, this mask, this thing where he walks around and exudes all this confidence. But you can feel the little baby in him, the child, the little soul that is just dying. Because it's not something that feels good. It don't feel good. So that misuse of power or being abusive authoritatively, that's a huge sign of low self-confidence. That's my thought. And any tough times that he goes through, those are the things, any past issues, those are the things that he grows from. So the only reason that he has any confidence is because of the shit that he's gone through. He learns from those things along the way, even though he's, you know, a wackadoodle. That's where he gets any of his confidence, is the fact that he got through this shit and he learned from it. You can go through things, not learn from it, but nothing's going to happen. So anything upcoming is that there will be a huge burden because of this situation. It'll put him in a place where he's not really showing direction. Okay. So 10 of Wands, and then we have our 5 of Wands, reverse Hangman. And that's an upright position. So I think that stress with work, obviously, stress with the cameras, the paparazzi, all of that. This is all an uphill struggle. It will come to an ending, but I mean, it's kind of just getting started. So anything influencing this is the fact that he's fucking exhausted. He's exhausted. He's in a place where, you know, the competition is over for him. The harmony, that's all he wants. The solution, that's all he wants. That's what he wants. But the fight is like never fucking ending for this guy. It's conflict after conflict, and he's feeling very, very much like he just wants peace. Okay? But we can't have peace until we stop dropping phones in the street. Okay? You cannot just drop phones in the street. It's not a thing. I mean, you know, never was. Can you imagine if we did that shit with cord phone? Get your rotary out of my face. Okay, get your cordless out of here. I'm $1 a minute. My mom. I'm on long distance. It's expensive. Okay, so likely root scenario here is that he is in the static parts of his life or in connection to others. So, I mean, yes, he's bored. He sacrifices. He gives up old mental habits. Like I was just saying, that just kind of confirms that he grows through his ugly, his moments of tension. He grows through those. But I feel like any expansion or any, you know, taking his time, those are all things that he's in. Like, that's where he's at. He's surrendering to what this is. And that is a difficult task. And that puts you in a place where you're lacking a little bit of patience. So not just the fact that you fucking don't have no confidence. You lacking some patience. But I mean, the things that these people do they have to tolerate, that real people don't have to tolerate, is insane. Can you imagine, like, just say they were to put paparazzi in your little town for one day and they hunted y'all like you were celebrities? You tell me how you feel, okay? All right. I gotta get out of here. I'll be back. I'm going to do Michael B. Jordan per request. And because he's really good looking, that helps. So I'll be back with the Shirtless Wonder. Other than that, please share, like, and follow on your social media. Check out mine in the details below if you want to get a hold of me or have a request. You can get a hold of me there, or you can leave it in the comments for sure. Other than that, I will see you in just a few. Happy, whatever day it is, Sunday.